Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu and this is Parabola Park for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. A thrilling dueling coaster is the main ride of this park. Your task is to double the park value. Your objective to achieve a park value of at least 250,000 at the end of October year 3. So this is the second scenario in the main SOS scenario pack. Full details on how to get these and play them yourself in the video description. So we've got two looping coasters then. Is it two? Yes, two looping coasters, DirectX and Vertex. Good excitement going across the path as you come in through. Once again, we're charging for entry, so I'll probably put that up to 40. Considering we've already got two coasters, dodgems, a train and some other rides, so I guess I'll be more than happy to pay that. One thing I did notice in the last video was the guests have got numbers in good old classic Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 style. You can, if you so choose, go into options and where is it, guest real names, and then when you click on them there, they've then got real names. There you go. So let's have a look then. We've got a train. How many stations on that? 3 stations. You can see by the ride time and the ride length. 3 different numbers. You know there's 3 stations. A dodgems. Some shops. Log flume. Good excitement on that. Twist just there. There's the stations for the roller coasters. So this is kind of like a homage to Diamond Heights then, with the dueling looping coasters and the lakes and the park value. So what is it now? It's already 122,000, so we need to get up to 250,000. That's not a huge amount. I'm going to be keeping everything. I might tweak it here or there where I need to. Okay, so we've got a large chunk of the park over here not used because there's no pathing around there. Okay, and again around here there's loads of bits of the park that aren't really accessible. So I think it's a 3-year scenario. Okay, let's look at the rides before I make my mind up as to what I'm going to do. We've already got the train. We've got a good selection of gentle rides. Not a great selection of coasters, to be honest, but you know we can work with these two until we get others. Some thrill rides, some water rides. I'll probably swap the swans for the bumper boats at some point. And some shops. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll put my money, I put my research into shops to begin with. Reason being, there's not a huge amount of shops, but there's plenty of other things to be getting along with. And to be honest, for the first year, I can see myself playing about with pathing and just getting the park future proof. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rejigging things like entrance and exit paths and making path loops as well. So making, say, this area of the park accessible and this area of the park as well, so I can put rides in the middle and rides on the outside. And the log flume, I'll probably end up splitting that station. That way it'll help with the throughput of the ride. So guests getting off by here, are they going or are they stopping here? So they've stopped. So at the moment they're having to walk the full length of the platform all the way down to the exit. If I split the station to say where that tunnel is there, they'll only have to walk a little bit, so that should speed things up. I'll put down a lot of shops as well, and whilst I'm doing it, just make the place look a bit nicer, put down a little bit of scenery or something like that. So yeah, let's have some fun. I enjoyed the first scenario, so hopefully this one will be fun too. October year one, just under 1,000 guests in the park. We're not interested in guest numbers though, really. Park value 128,000. That hasn't really changed since we first looked at it because we haven't added anything new. All we've done is we've just tweaked things here and there. So you might get a little bit of extra value as a result of improved stats from adding bits of scenery or something like that. So I've given the rides a paint job here and there. So I've given these coasters what I think is a better paint job. Decorated the stations as well. Some of the queue lines, say the trains there, tweaked the entrances here and there just to make them a little bit more efficient, I think. So we've got a nice queue path coming down here back to this side. I've changed the path as well. I preferred it like that. I've added a kiosk at the top. We've got umbrellas at £20. So every time it rains, we get a massive influx of cash. So entrance tickets, not great. But every now and then, as you see, the shop sales, £3.9. So it's obviously rained in September. And then again, April and May. Nice bit of a bonus. So we've been researching shops. We've added loads of shops. A nice some seating area and a nice like food courty style area just down here. Path loop I've added by here, so we got some space in the middle for some rides and then on the outsides as well. A little bit of fences just around the place, make it look quite nice. Merchandise the exits, so got loads of balloon stalls and souvenir stalls around the place. Again, some more shops and seating areas. You don't get park value for that. Doesn't increase the park value, but it does make it look nicer and it helps take some extra money off the guests, which we can then use for building some nice rating rides later, because that's what gives you the value. So yeah, all I'm doing the first year is just getting the park into a nice condition. I mean, it was nice anyway, but I just want to get it, just go around, make any little tweaks I want to the rides, but mainly adding paving loops. So that way now, the next 2 years, I can just spend building rides. I haven't got to worry about anything. I can just put them down. I'm going to worry about pathing, or the only paths I'm going to need to build are the queue lines. So as I said then, I got rid of the swan boats and I just replaced it with these bumper boats. It's not that popular, but I just prefer it. I think it looks nice. I'm probably going to keep this lake fairly empty. We'll have to see what we unlock, but I think I'm going to keep this lake clear. I like it. It's a nice break between different sections. So yeah, we're into almost into year 2. We've researched all the shops. I've now got into my research into roller coasters and thrill rides. So I'm just going to see what comes up and I'm going to start putting them down. We've already got the wooden coaster and the junior coaster, so we can put those down. And put down any thrill rides as well that are unlocked. But we've got tons of gentle rides that we can put down as well. So I'm going to crack on. I'll see you soon. October year 2, we've got a park value of 293,000. So we've already beaten the goal. We've got another year to go. So we shouldn't have any problems at all. Just up here then, we've added a junior coaster. Decent excitement on that one, benefiting from some interactions with the Wild Mine Train. Just over here, Manic Miner, good stats on that one. They're quite easy to build, as long as you just need to watch the speed. As long as you don't have them going too fast, then you'll be fine. And then there's a Wild Mouse as well, just around here, overlaps, goes above the mine train. Got some gentle rides just in this section down here. What else have we added? We've got the spiral slide, Ferris wheel as well. We've got a inverted hairpin coaster just over here, over the tracks of the looping coasters, the pre-builts. So with all the interactions and extra paths and things like that now, these have given them a good boost of excitement. So Directrix is over 9 excitement now. What else have we got? What else have we got? Oh, yes. Paradigm. This wooden coaster just down here called Paradigm, as the name of the park is Parabola Park. So I just wanted to continue the para theme. So it's is it a simple out and back? I don't know. I like this little section. That's pretty cool. And then a lot of interactions with itself and over the other rides as well. A little splashdown, which acts as a brake, and then back to the station. I wasn't really that concerned with the amount of lateral Gs that would be in this corner. We were running out of space, so I had to do something. And I wasn't really worried if it was too high. As it is, it's quite low, to be honest, 1.6. So I wasn't too worried because you get park value from the ride stats. So even if it was higher intensity, that would give us good value. So what else? Is that everything? Is that everything? Yeah, we've got a pirate ship just down here. I rejigged the entrance and exit of the train and the dodgems just down there, just to help it flow a bit nicer. Yeah, so park value, no problem at all. Spending that first year, making sure all the path loops and things were ready for the following 2 years has been great. It's been I'm really glad I did it. It's just made things so much easier and so much more fun, because there's nothing more tedious than trying to put a ride down and you can't fit it anywhere. But at least now I've got tons of space to add rides. Why is this one closed? I have to maybe sort out the mechanics, but that's something for me to do. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on. I'll see you next year. October year 3, we've got a park value of just under 350,000. So we've beaten the goal by almost 100,000. Twistocracy, high intensity. So I wanted to have something fairly compact, but with a good punch, just to add a nice little bit of park value right at the end. I wanted to get something over this little pond as well. Little simulator ride just by there. Guests love those. What else do we go? Top spin as well, just tucked down there. And a swinging suspended coaster. What are they called? Suspended swinging coaster. Scaroplanes. Decent stats on that. Yeah, quite a fun scenario. Very reminiscent of Diamond Heights, a bit flatter. The rides built at the start made for a bit of a challenge because there wasn't a huge amount of space left. So what I did was, when I came in, I spent the first year tweaking some of the pathing and building extra pathing loops. So let's switch the rides off a second. So these little extra pathing loops just down here, and this path that stretches from here all the way back. I've added these, and that's enabled me to add loads of extra rides. So this path, just this path alone, so we've got the swinging inverter ship, we've got the 3D cinema, we've got the wooden coaster, the twister down by there, all those added, being able to add just simply from adding that path all the way down. Giving the rides a nice paint job as well. Put loads of merchandise stalls, balloons, souvenir stalls. They all help add some money. Nice little gentle area around here. I say gentle area, it does have a massive wild mouse next to it, but generally most of the rides here are nice gentle rides. The log flume, that was here to begin with. I did split the station though, so that just helps with the throughput. It means that guests getting off Here, only have to walk a little bit to the exit, and then the log comes up empty. I raised the number of boats, so I think it was only around, I'm not sure, maybe 14. I can't remember, but I've added that. I've increased that to 31. So it is quite a long track. Otherwise, guests will be waiting for ages with less logs. So quite a fun scenario, to be honest. As I said, the main issue was making sure that we had plenty of path loops and plenty of pathing down to make it easier to build. So the last 2 years, I've been a dawdler. It's just been a case of just finding an area, putting a ride down, not having to worry about where you're going or anything like that. It's been quite fun. It's Halloween, and we've done it. Stu, fantastic. So this is the second scenario in the Mayan SOS pack. It's fun so far. 2 down. Enjoyed both of them. So it's a very welcome relief to the expansion packs that we've recently done. These are much better. Maybe Atari should have paid Mayan some cash and released his scenarios. Yeah. So this was Parabola Park. I am Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.